move a little closer to the camera.
Okay.
Okay. Move more closer.
Okay. That's what
No, the mic. Yeah. Get the mic out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening. Welcome to the first edition of Sportslines Plus. I'm Pedro Hazel Jr.
I'm Steve Ferguson.
And today we'll be talking about the NFL playoffs. The NFL playoffs coming up. The NFL finals.
Yes.
Not the conference finals.
The conference finals, yes.
Yes. The Kansas City Chiefs will be playing the Baltimore Ravens, and the 49ers will be playing
the Detroit Lions.
The Detroit Lions.
Yep.
Yes. Detroit Lions. The very first time we've seen them in a long
yes.
time.
Like over 50 years.
First championship. The last time they won a championship game was 1957, before the Super Bowl era.
And that's right, before the leagues merged.
Yeah.
So they have been out of the playoff picture for almost forever, and I think that'd be a fair way to say it. Definitely.
And we're also going to be looking at, the matchups.
Yeah.
Who do you think are going to go? Let's go at first the AFC series.
Well, that to me, Pedro, is almost a toss-up because what you have, first of all, you've got two tremendous quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, who I remember was the 32nd pick in the draft, the very last pick in the first round, has become an exquisite quarterback.
Yeah.
His ability to run has always been there, but now he's learned how to run and when, and his passing ability has really peaked.
Yes.
It really has. And Patrick Mahomes...
Well, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, he has been, and I'm not a fan of Patrick Mahomes, but I will tell you this. He is about as good a quarterback as you'll see at the NFL level.
Yes, he is. I mean, it's like, it seems to be he is the biggest, best quarterback at this time.
Yes, I guess you could say at this time. There are a lot of good ones in the league, certainly. You can argue that the 49ers have a guy named Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And there are a few others, but Mahomes has the track record. The 2 championship rings he has, the way he runs the offense, the way he scrambles out of the pocket, and his ability to make incredibly good throws.
Yes. And as far as speaking of Josh Allen, it's just heartbreaker.
Yeah. They really have as good a team, Buffalo, as I think in the league. But there's something about Buffalo, I don't know what it is, but they can't seem to get to the final game.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, to me, played very well that game. One of his games, he really did make a lot of errors, ran the ball well, threw it extremely well. But their team looks like it's missing something.
Yeah.
And the field goal kicker, by the way, has to go. That was a terrible miss at the end of the game.
I mean, my God, I couldn't believe that. I was shocked.
Yes.
They could have tied the game. And it's like, how do you miss a field goal like that?
And they've had it happen to them before. They're a team, along with the Minnesota Vikings, that made it to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Yeah.
And the first one they lost, that one
because of Scott Norwood.
Scott Norwood wide right. And so now you're hearing wide right said a lot. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need a great kicker to come in and help them because they have not had it.
Yeah, man. It was, and they lost 4. They were in 4 straight Super Bowls.
Yeah, 4 straight Super Bowls with a great coach named Mark Levy, who was, believe it or not, still alive at 97, 98 years old. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
But they just cannot seem to seal the deal to get to the final 2 games.
Yeah, that's right. They can't.
I don't know what they need. They've improved their running game, which I didn't think they had one 3 or 4 years ago. It was Josh Allen left and Josh Allen right.
Yeah.
But they James Cook, they've improved their running game. They have some very good tight ends. Maybe they need a little more experience. I don't know if Diggs, their wide receiver, is as good as he used to be. That may be where they need to improve.
Yeah.
They have some good receivers around them, but what else can Buffalo do?
Yeah.
I mean, they just don't seem to have the luck and the talent to quite get there.
Yeah. And as for the other game, the 49ers edging out Green Bay.
Edging out is right. Green Bay, in my opinion, should have beaten them.
Yeah.
They were this close to doing it. I think you've got a star quarterback, speaking of those who will be future stars very soon. you can put Jordan Love in that category as a
Oh
quarterback.
yeah. I mean, he was poised, very
Very
poised.
very poised.
I don't think the 49ers were looking out for him.
No. And I think I have to tell you, Green Bay's style of sitting quarterback for a couple of years, like they did with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love, works.
Yeah.
A lot of teams need to start employing that.
Yes.
Let the quarterback develop. Let them learn the position.
Yeah.
He sat for 3 years, Jordan Love, before he came out to play.
Wow.
And now he is a borderline superstar quarterback.
Yeah.
One mistake cost him in that game.
Yeah. Inexperienced quarterback.
Inexperienced, throwing across his body. The only two quarterbacks I've seen that can actually do that are Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Maybe you could throw Lamar Jackson as the third one.
Yeah.
But that is an extremely tough throw, especially with the game on the line.
Yeah.
A little more experience for Jordan Love, and that could have been them going to the next round.
That's right.
They were very, very close. 49ers may find it's going to be very hard for them with the Lions. The Lions are a very hungry team.
Oh yes. And it's not always the team with the best record. Sometimes it's the hungriest team.
Yes. I think with the Lions, that's a team that you look at them, you don't think they're all as good as they are. You start with the quarterback, Jared Goff, who was cast aside by the Rams for the quarterback they have now, Stafford. It's amazing how he's redeveloped and reemerged as a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But they have some talent. They've got Amon St. Brown, a former USC wide receiver, who is a star receiver.
Yeah.
They have a good running game. Their defense is a little suspect, but I think as a team, group overall, they are a good defense.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be two great games.
Yeah, I think they will be.
Excellent games. And the winner goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, certainly does.
Yeah, we've got some really interesting. I mean, other than the Chiefs, we've got some really good new blood coming into the
funny thing
NFL
about
playoff
the Chiefs
pictures.
is they didn't look all that good until 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were dropping a lot of passes.
Yeah.
They weren't running the ball well. Mahomes is throwing interceptions. But this team, when they have to play well, when the chips are on the line, that's when they're really good. And now we're seeing that.
Yeah. It says so in the Buffalo series. Well, I mean, they missed because of the field goal.
Right.
But even still, when it depended on them coming back, they did it.
Exactly. And so I think that first game is going to be so lit.
Oh, yes.
I mean, the second game will be really good, but this first game, it's a pick game.
KC and Baltimore, yeah.
I really don't know who's going to win that game.
I don't think it's going to be a toss-up.
And I think Lamar Jackson needs to win that to get the full respect of what he is as a quarterback.
Yeah.
There's no quarterback in the league that I've seen that's improved as much as he has.
Yeah.
First came into the league, he ran and ran and ran. Now you got to watch for his passes, his running ability, his ability to make plays. He doesn't fumble the ball much, and he is so elusive and so hard to bring down.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yes. And looking at the other playoff, like I said, we did the NFL.
Yeah.
Let's deal with the Knicks.
Yeah. Okay.
The Knicks the Knicks and the Nets had another game where the Knicks squeaked by.
Yeah, the Knicks are a good team now. I mean, they're 10 games over 500.
Yeah.
27-17, nothing to be laughed at anymore. They're really good. But I'll tell you what, you take Jalen Brunson out of that lineup, and they are nowhere close to that.
That's right.
He is the reason why the Knicks are good. Randall has improved. He turns the ball over less. He plays a little less one-on-one with Brunson there. But, man, without Jalen Brunson, this team is not winning games. That's right. He has been worth every dollar the Knicks paid for him.
You said he's the best. You told me just before the show he was the best. He's been the best point guard since Walt Frazier.
I think so. I mean, if you look at what they've had at that position, they had Mark Jackson, and he was very good.
Yeah.
Good passer, good shooter, but he couldn't play defense like this guy. Didn't have the foot speed. And he doesn't have the ability to take charges like Brunson. Brunson is an all-around great player.
Yeah.
He does everything for the Knicks. You can say he's a small guard, and if he were bigger, he'd be that much more dominant. But for his size, I don't think they've had anybody better.
Yeah.
They had Chris Childs back in the day, and then
Chris Childs, yeah.
they had Derek Harper, and he was good at.
But he was older.
Right, he was 33, 34. We're talking about a young, maybe mid-20s guy who's the leader on the Knicks, and it is his team now, no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely. And the Nets?
They're a team that has talent, but to me, they need another player to play with their lead player.
Yeah.
They need somebody to play with Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
He's a very good player. Cam Thomas is very good. Cam Johnson is very good. The nucleus is there, but they're missing a star player to add to this team.
Oh, yeah.
But I think they are a very athletic team, and I do think 2 years down the road, when they have a few more drafts, maybe make 1 or 2 trades, they're going to be a very dangerous team.
It's interesting. They traded they had all these star players.
Yes.
Irving and,
Durant
and
Harden.
Oh, my gosh.
And we all thought they were going to win a championship with that group.
Unfortunately.
They came close, and they got to the semifinal round 2 years ago. They played Milwaukee. They were very close. They've been a very unlucky team. They've been in 2 finals, which the Knicks have not been in since the 70s. So,
the Knicks were in the finals.
Well, the 90s. I'm sorry. You're right.
93,
94 and 99, they got there.
Yeah.
But the Nets are a team that is this close to being a really good team.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're a good team. They're developing. They're building.
Yeah, they have a good coach now to help them.
Yes.
I think Steve Nash, nice guy that he was, good, very good player, Hall of Famer, not a good coach.
No.
Vaughn is a good coach, Jacques Vaughn.
Oh, yes.
They're going to learn how to play defense under him. They're going to get better under him. And then when they make another trade, and I've been hearing rumors about DeJounte Murray going there, then you might see this team start turning it around.
Yeah.
But the Knicks are also interested in this player. So there are about 5 teams that are interested in DeJounte Murray.
Yes,
but
indeed.
The Knicks look like they're going to try to get 1 or 2 more players to make them even better.
Even better.
They're talking about getting DeJounte Murray as one. They're talking about Malcolm Brogdon, who's a very good, consistent point guard to be on the bench behind Brunson. And there've been a lot of rumors. There's another rumor of them getting a center even from Chicago. And his name is escaping me right now, but he would help them. Andre Drummond. I've always liked his game. You bring him to the Knicks, he'll get you 10, 11 points a game. He'll block some shots and rebound. The Knicks have been looking for a center to do that. Hartenstein is pretty good, better than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
But if they can get a player who's a consistent double-figure scorer who can block shots and rebound to go with this group, they could be extremely dangerous in the playoffs.
Yes, indeed. Well, we'll see how they go further on in the season, All-Star break and further on into the season.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we got 2 good teams, the Knicks and the Nets, and the Knicks, they're right back to more or less to the status that they used to.
I mean, we expected the Knicks to be a number 5, 6 team in the conference.
Yeah.
Good, but not quite at the top level.
Yeah.
The thing about the Knicks that makes them interesting now is they can beat on a given night Milwaukee. They can beat Philadelphia on a given night, and maybe even Boston.
Yeah.
But they can't do it consistently yet.
Yeah.
That's what the issue is. Boston by far is the team they have the most trouble with. They embarrassed Philadelphia 2 weeks ago, which really shocked me how they took them apart.
Yeah.
Milwaukee doesn't play the defense they used to, so that's a team the Knicks might be able to take out.
Yeah.
But Boston, man, what don't they have?
Yeah, I know.
They've got it all.
Yeah. Speaking of Milwaukee, they just fired their coach.
I know. Doc Rivers is there.
43 games.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And Doc Rivers, to me, is getting another chance, and he should.
Yeah, he should. He's a good coach.
He's a very good coach. He got a raw deal at the end with Philadelphia, but I think that might be the kind of coach they need. Somebody who will tell them, listen, you've got the offense to win, but we're going to have to work harder on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard, who they got in a trade for Drew Holiday, is an excellent offensive player.
Yeah.
But his defense leaves a lot to be desired. And if they're going to win a championship, I think guys like that have to get better.
Win a championship again, yes.
Yeah, on the defensive end.
Yeah.
And I think Doc Rivers, with his experience as a coach, might be the right person to get.
Yeah.
I was very surprised they got him the other day.
Yeah. I was surprised they got rid of their coach after 43 games, but I guess he wasn't connecting with the players.
Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you have a talented team, but you don't have the right leader to take them where they want to go.
I guess they've been struggling.
They probably have been.
Yeah.
You know, look at the Nets. Look how they started off. They'd won like 15 games at the beginning of the year. They looked very good. And then lately they have just fallen off the map.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Mhm.
But it does happen. We're lucky we have Thibodeau. There are people who don't like Thibodeau's style.
Yeah.
He's so defensive-minded and all that. But the Knicks are 10 games over 500, and they are winning.
They are winning. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters to me,
win.
fan.
That's right.
Win games that you have to win. That's something the Knicks do very well now. When they play an inferior team, they win.
Yeah.
The problem the Knicks have now is beating the better teams in the league.
Yeah.
Like the Clippers or the Denver Nuggets or teams like that.
Yeah, you've got to be a great team. You've got to beat really good teams.
Yes, against everybody.
Everybody.
We have improved. I will give them that.
Not just the garbage teams.
Right. And the Nets gave them a hard time the other night.
Yes, they did.
I thought they would. The Nets, before this year and last year, I think they were 8-0 against the Knicks.
Yeah.
We finally are beating this team. I think it's the fourth time we've beaten them now.
So
we're getting there as far as getting the dominance that we wanted against this team. But they are nobody's to joke with. They are serious.
They are dead serious, yes.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything else to say?
Well, I can tell you this. If the Knicks are able to get one or two of those players we talked about, I think the Knicks can move into the fourth slot in the conference.
Yes.
And I would love to see that happen.
Oh, yeah.
And we have friends who really think the Knicks are all that. And I've been telling them, we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet. You have to deal with Boston, Philly, and Milwaukee.
What do you want to add?
Well, I think the Knicks do have a shot. But I think Boston is going to be when it comes to the playoffs. I think Boston is the team to beat.
Yeah, Boston is the one team that's like the albatross around the Knicks' neck.
Yeah,
we can beat them, and we have done it, but it's very rare.
I think it's going to be in the Western Conference. I think it's probably going to be between Denver and maybe Denver and Sacramento and Phoenix.
I think the Western Conference by far is the hardest conference to figure out.
Yeah.
I think Denver will be there. I think the Clippers, people need to watch that team.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're looking at a team that potentially has 4 Hall of Famers. 4.
Wow.
There's no other team in the league like them.
That's right.
Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden,
and
I forget the other one, but Russell Westbrook.
4
players that are superior talents. That's a team I watch.
Yeah.
And watch for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, yes. For a long time, they were struggling, but now they're back up again.
And I'll tell you, a young team in that conference they have to watch for that nobody's talking about, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, yes.
They were an awful team for years. The name you should remember, the guard, is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is a star. And they have a rookie center named Chet Holmgren that you're going to see more and more competing against the guy who plays for the Spurs, Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, yes, Victor Wembanyama.
And that guy, when the Spurs get some people around him, they are also going to be a contender.
I mean, he's doing all right from what I've been seeing. He's been doing fine. It's just I need more people around him.
He needs more people around him, but he's one of the best stars I've ever seen come into the league and get it right away.
Oh, yeah.
But as someone said to me the other day, if you look at the history of the NBA, and they always talk about Michael Jordan being the guy, in his generation, yes. In this generation, LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron James, yeah.
And now I would say, yes, I would have to agree with that.
21st season, and he's still plugging.
And the thing about him is he never played a day of college basketball.
That's right.
Whereas Michael Jordan played 3 years at North Carolina.
Yeah.
And Kevin Garnett is the only other one I can think of who came right out of high school.
Yeah.
These other guys, even Kobe Bryant wasn't as good right away. It took him about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
LeBron James came into the league like a superstar.
Oh, yeah.
And Victor Wembanyama, I remember what LeBron said about him. He said he is the next superstar.
Mm.
And Kevin Durant and him both said that's who it is.
Wow.
And he looks like he will be that.
Yeah.
He is an incredible center.
Yeah.
I have never seen a center shoot the three like him and handle the ball like him and defend like him.
Yeah.
You put some talent around that team, 2 years from now, they'll be competing. Seriously.
Okay, good. Yeah, yeah.
But that's an extremely tough conference to figure out.
It is tough. It is
They're
very, very
almost
tough.
every team in that conference is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Houston Rockets, who were another team that was awful,
Yeah.
they're around 500. That's a tough division.
That is difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, you got Golden State and the Rockets.
They're still there, still plugging in.
Golden State is still good enough to challenge you.
Mm-hmm.
They may not have the defense, they're getting old, but they're still a decent team.
Yeah.
There are a lot of teams in that conference that can suddenly shock you and win a couple of major games in the postseason.
Yeah.
And I would not, as you said, the Sacramento Kings, that's another team to watch.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
With the talent that team has.
Mm.
And if De'Aaron Fox continues to develop as he is, they will be heard from for a long time.
Yes.
That's
yes,
the
indeed.
player the Knicks had interest in a few years ago.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Okay, so this is our first show. Thanks for tuning in. And if you have something to say, let us know.
Yeah. Please send us, I guess, emails or
Please send us your comments.
Yeah.
When you watch our video, send us comments and see what you feel, see what you like. And next time we'll be back. We'll be back with some more analysis. So Thanks for tuning in on Sportslines Plus. I'm Pedro Hazel Jr.
And I'm Steve Ferguson.
Saying goodbye and see you next time on Sportslines Plus.
Good night, everybody.